Hey Kent, I've been doing these retirement videos for a long time now, and I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed with the response I got. I asked everybody on staff if they'd be willing to get some sound bites to discuss their feelings about you, and they basically all said no. They didn't want to talk to me about you at all, and they said, I'm paraphrasing here, but as the great Apollo Day once said to a retiree, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. So, yeah, have a great retirement, Kent.
I'm not sure how this is going to work. Do I need a stretch before I do the interview?
I'm not sure if that's really necessary, Jen. Whenever you're ready, let's get started.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
If you had to sum up Kent in one or two words, or one word, what would it be?
There is not one word that I could use to sum up Kent Lessard. He is all things that represent MCHS.
The word that comes to mind for me, dedicated.
Charismatic.
Reliable.
Sports.
Cheerful. Well, my word would be devoted.
Supportive.
I'm going to say rapport.
I think it'd be the pose.
Resilient.
Lazy.
Just genuinely happy. He's just a happy guy all the time with a nice big smile.
You know, he's a guy who never comes in early.
He is a genuine, gentle and kind person.
Always goes home first thing at the end of the day as soon as the bell's gone.
Kent seems to be sincere.
All us other teachers here at MCHS have been kind of keeping Kent up, I think, over the years.
En français?
Oh, it would definitely be the lean.
Oh, just like this.
Kind of funny.
And I got to go with the barrel laugh. I mean, that laugh, that joy, that excitement. It's Kent to a T.
When I think of Kent, I think about kicking his butt at everything.
Mustache.
Ping pong.
Happy-go-lucky.
Floor hockey.
Intense when he's coaching basketball anyway.
Basketball.
He's just a great guy.
Fantasy football drafts.
And funny.
But in all seriousness, Kent, the fantasy hockey draft was the sweetest.
Well, I just think what a great guy he is. It's just an all-around great person.
Stretch. You know, he's got to stretch. It's always the stretching.
He's just a fun guy to be around. He's got great energy. So.
And he's also a man who seemed like he comes across as, although he looks serious, he's a guy that really brings happiness and joy.
He's always keeps a cool head, and he always he gives this aura of command or confidence. It's always something I've looked up to for him.
Kent is one of the hardest working, most dedicated professionals I've ever met. He has great expectations for his athletics program, but he's also the kind of guy who you can joke and laugh with. He's a people person, that's for sure. Great coach and a wonderful person to work with.
Oh my goodness, Kent has done so much for our school. I don't know if people really realize the behind the scenes stuff that Kent does, but the athletics director piece. So he makes sure that all our athletics are running smoothly, taken care of, refs are here, tournaments are flowing, all of those things. And then work experience, he took that on from Terry Maslick and just ran with it. So he did such a great job with that too. And then the French immersion, he had that piece as well with the math and science, and kids just love working with Kent, and he has done so much for our school community, and not even just the school community, the community itself. People know Mr. Lessard out in the community because he had his beautiful family, come through the school, and he coached outside of the school, and so he's done amazing stuff for our school. We'll miss him.
The respect that he gives students is returned, and when people see him, they recognize everything that he's done for the school, in the gym, in the classroom, in RAP, in work experience, all of the patience and the time and the work and the connections he has to make with community. It's just who he is. People know him because of what he does.
I feel like Kent is somebody who never stopped moving and never stopped having a project to work on or helping people out. I feel like he was always on the go.
Like, Kent, you've done everything, whether it's lending a helping hand to anybody who needs it, or sitting down with me and going through resources and just sitting down for a chat. You've been everywhere and any place that anybody needs you. There's not one spot where Kent, like, you've helped out always. So
He's the heartbeat of MCHS. I think he personifies Howells. He cares so much about the building.
He has such a good rapport with all the students and all the grade 12s. They always like approach him so casually and like comfortably. He has such a good relationship with everyone in the school. It's very admirable. It's a great thing that he's done.
You know, it is kids first. No matter what, it's always in the best interest of the kids, and how can we make them better or give them something, you know. And a sense of community. I think maybe because he lives out here a bit too, but he's always had that strong sense of community.
Kent is all about the student, the athlete. Like, I think one of his biggest legacies will be school sport. He wants everyone involved. He is heartfelt. He's involved in everything at all levels, whether coaching at junior high, senior high, which he has done, right to getting involved at the zone level to make sure that school sports continues to run effectively, getting involved with ASAA at the provincial level to make sure that school sport is accessible to everyone.
Well, he's been here for a long time. He's pretty old, but the athletics program, it's second to none. He's done, it's actually hard to put into words how much he's done for the school, for the kids. Everyone knows Lessard. Everyone knows how much he loves athletics, and you can just tell he's just put his heart and soul into this school.
You know, when I think of Kent, I think of the Western Canadian Challenge volleyball tournament. You know, back when that tournament was a 96-team tournament, I still don't know how they put that together. You know, him and the rest of the phys ed department. I mean, it was, I think, literally sheer will that made it happen.
Well, the reason we organized WCC is to put on a prestigious volleyball tournament that has a lot of competition, and to host it out of Morinville and St. Albert so that we can bring a lot of people to see our wonderful community.
Just the sitting around in the pit of MCHS and waiting for all the calls to come in, and the organization that took place, because it's before the internet days and phone calls coming in, and making guesses and seeing like, okay, this pool over here, who's going to play who's playing who's going to finish first, second.
It was certainly something that the teams that participated never forgot. Just being able to play, teams from all over North America, from the United States, Arizona, California, Texas, teams from all over Western Canada. I mean, it was one of probably the most amazing events the school has ever put on.
Every year we enjoy this tournament because it does kind of create a lot of school spirit in the school, and it's nice to see the students get involved and get excited about something, for sure, yeah.
He just wants kids to be involved, and sport is one of those things that he felt that he could get students involved in.
Between being the athletic director and the RAP coordinator and his French contribution and coaching, we've counted over 40 teams that he's coached in the last 30 years here. So, I mean, he's a huge part of the building.
I think the only sport I really haven't coached very much is like a football or something like that, because we don't have it at school. But I've coached every school. Obviously, I've coached basketball the most. I coached every sport, I mean. So yeah, even involved with hockey in the community, soccer in the community, things like that. So
Kent's a big track and field guy, and the drive that the students had in class to A, show up for track practice, B, commit themselves to the sport, even though they were very reluctant in the beginning. Kent's really good at pushing them, getting them to be interested, and then committing. And the lessons learned from that are, once you stick through with something and perform and do well. And I think the one thing that was really evident with the track and field is the number of personal bests that our athletes had when they went to provincials. And they may not have, placed, but who cares? It's all about personal bests, and Kent is really good at driving that out of them.
Well, one of my early memories of Kent was back in 1997 when I was on my very first bike trip. He was one of the supervisors along with John Henderson.
I'm climbing Henderson's Peak.
goodness. No, man.
Not a race, Kent. Not a race. How's it going?
John, you know, if anyone knows John was, you know, pretty much a closed book, but, you know, Kent certainly had the enthusiasm, the outward projected enthusiasm that I think the kids were feeding off of. And
I love ya. Good morning. It's always a la 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 la. Hi there. Look at you girls are up. Angeline, I can't believe you're up already.
I certainly, I took that aspect of what Kent was doing on the trip and I kind of infused that into, you know, the next 20 plus years that I was able to take kids to the mountains on that trip.
Just in and even in and around, like just the general mood in the building, it kind of follows Kent. He's always happy, he's always chatting with the kids, cracking jokes, you can hear his laugh down the hallway.
I think of his laugh. Every time I think of Kent, you can hear it down the hall. And he's just always happy. He's positive. Even if he's having a rough day, he doesn't let it get to him. If staff are having a rough day, he kind of tries to talk them out of it. He's the person you can go to cry on his shoulder or to get advice. He's just calm. He's patient. He's kind. He's just the best person.
I'm Xena, the warrior princess.
I think that Kent's vibe, Kent's energy, Kent's demeanor in the school brought a lot of positivity to our community here in the school.
I think Kent's a calming presence for everyone, not only the students, which you can clearly see. You know, they love going to see Kent and they love chatting with him and they feel reassured when they're around him, but I think the staff too. You know, we know that Kent knows what's happening and he takes care of so many things around here that it's going to be a huge loss.
I can't even begin to describe. Kent's been here for so long, but his fingerprint, his footprint has been every part of our school.
He has made some tremendous contributions to not only the sports programs, but also really bringing that like French immersion, French culture to the school. Whenever we've had a French immersion teacher here, he's always, you know, full-on conversations in French, really trying to make sure that they can still immerse in that here in MCHS.
And I think it's always nice to hear him speaking French to the students and the other teachers and staff here at the school.
Bonjour. Bienvenue à MCTV. Je suis Kent Lessard.
Kent and the French immersion program, it wouldn't run without him. I mean, anytime I had questions about what we needed to do to get our kids to be successful at the end of the year, he had the best advice, especially as a new teacher, when you're not too sure which way to go about things. He was my sounding board when it came to everything for French.
There's been many memories about Kent. I have to say almost too many that I can't really think of specific one, but things that I remember about Kent or will remember about Kent is, number one, that laugh, that high-pitched laugh, the loud whisper that when you told him be quiet that he's looking at you, or our ongoing debate of who talks longer when we're trying to explain something, and sometimes I think he wins, and then on other cases I think I win. Many of our ongoing kind of little spats, we're kind of like a sister-brother relationship. He being the older brother, of course, and sometimes we get right into it, and Kent often relents because Kent is that guy. Kent wants everyone to be happy, to be satisfied, and he'll do whatever he can to make that happen, to make our school run as efficiently as possible.
Honestly, I really enjoyed our chats. Every time I walked past his office in the staff room, I always made sure I checked in with him every few months. You know, it's kind of hard living in a different world on this wing over here, so don't get to run into Kent very often. But every time I did, the conversations were great, and it was nice to catch up with him. So,
one, his whispering abilities are second to none. I don't think he is able to whisper at all. I also have a great memory of him and Amanda when he dressed up as a cheerleader. I don't think that image can be taken out of my brain, which is actually very unfortunate.
I dressed up as Kent with a bald cap and a mustache on, and he was running around the hallway with a wig on and a megaphone in my cheer sweater, and he was like, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, he wasn't even really keeping the like rhythm of like what you need to do, and he was just having a good time with it, and yeah, it was awesome.
One year at Halloween, and I'm pretty sure I was one of the instigators of this, we all decided we were going to dress up as Kent Lessard for Halloween. We made a bunch of Kent Lessard masks and wore them around the school. I think we even had a nickname for the group. I think we were calling ourselves Kenny and the Lessardos. But I do remember that being just absolutely hilarious, and Kent's reaction when everyone was walking around the building with his face on was memorable, to say the least.
When I first started here, I didn't really know him, but I was sitting in his office in his chair, and I don't think you're gonna be able to see this, but he put his foot up on his desk and started to stretch. But he was doing one of these and really started to like almost, I don't know if it's almost sexual harassment he was doing, but I guess I must have liked it because I'm still here.
I think my favorite Kent memories are venting in the weight room, or just finding opportunities to just talk and blow off some steam. And I think that's what comes to mind, is very supportive, almost father-like energy.
Well, if you know when Kent teaches French, I mean, he can't get through a sentence without always throwing in the word "bang," and then it just keeps going on. It's like his word for everything.
Yeah, funny moment about Kent. Not really sure. Trying to think. Yeah, not much I can think of.
Just yawning at the best times, the worst times, like the most inappropriate times. Like, yeah, I guess the guy doesn't get enough sleep at home, so he's trying to catch up on that when he's at school.
He loves cookies. I thought that was so cool that he goes and makes cookies for himself. He'll come home and make cookies at night. And so my daughter made him some cookies. Actually, they're from me, but I didn't have time to make them. So she made a huge mess in my kitchen just for Kent so that he could have his cookies.
Oh, he got me for his retirement party. I had talked to Kent. I was in the hall and I was chatting with him, and I said, "Oh, are you excited about your little soiree, your retirement party?" And he said, "My retirement party? I'm having a retirement party?" And I panicked because I thought it was a surprise and I gave it away. Him and Greg did not miss a beat. Turns out it wasn't a surprise, but I did cry in my room for a couple minutes.
One of the things that's ingrained in my mind about Kent is his sweaty basketball defense. Nobody should be subjected to that ever.
I had him in junior high at Primo, and then over here at MCHS as well for grade 11 and 12.
Kent was my phys ed 10 basketball teacher. I think he spent a few minutes with me in the first day, realized I wasn't a basketball player, and then moved on to the more talented kids. But great teacher. It's funny because I go and I meet some of my old high school friends, and they still talk about Lessard. It's one of the first names that's brought up when we talk about MCHS, so that means something.
Him as a junior high volleyball coach, and the burnt-in image of him in short Asics athletic shorts, coaching volleyball, and telling us how to get down and stay low to receive a pass in volleyball. So that was ingrained in my mind for many years.
Well, when you go back to personal engagements, and I'm going to say I probably in the building would know Kent the longest, just because when Kent, I don't know what year he arrived at the good old days of GH Primo, Kent was my French 20 teacher. And so that's back to 1990, 1991. And I know Kent and I have talked about that class and the things that he did, and little videos that he has out there that we're not going to show anybody. You're not going to find those, right? But again, just showed up in the community, came in, again, it's that laugh, it's that infectious personality. He's stern, he's fun, but he's demanding.
Here at MCHS, I won't forget the reduced grade I got in grade 12 phys ed class because I didn't get all my volunteer hours in. So thanks for bringing my average down going into university, Kent. Really appreciate that one.
He's a scary individual. He's funny looking.
The kids love him. The coach, the kids that he's coached, they keep coming back, and I think Kent's got that ability where he can push the kids, but they also respect that, which is good.
We have great students, great student athletes.
I think it's great. I like the guys a lot, and Mr. Lessard's a pretty good coach. It's hard on us, but it's pretty fun. I like it.
The passion, dedication he's given to the athletes, but he's trickled that down to the coaches as well. And I think it's been infectious for coaches to just grab that energy and passion for those extracurricular sports.
He was a super good mentor for me. Any question I had, he was there to answer it. He gave me drills, resources. I could just talk to him, shoot some ideas off of him, and he would provide feedback. He'd come in and even help coach with Miss Gavin and I as well.
Oh, he was great to coach with. I coached with him, and we weren't very good for a year there or two. So I saw a huge vein in his head, more than I'd ever seen before. But he always cared, always great coach, always wanted to build better people.
When I was assistant coach with him for basketball, he got so mad one day, and during a game or whatever, and he got booted out and or kicked out, whatever you wanna, and he just looked at me and he was just like, "Hey, it's your turn." And I just about, I was like, "No, I don't want to do this." But anyway, he had faith in me, and it was kind of cool. So.
I think it took a little while for me to get Kent on the cheerleading train. At first, it was definitely is cheerleading really a sport? But he's been my biggest supporter, and he was definitely one that when others were questioning whether or not it was a sport, he would definitely go to bat for me. And then last year when I hosted provincials, he was like, "Hey, what can I do? What do you need me to do?" He's been a huge support.
Well, just the support that Kent gives we've coached together. We coached volleyball, grade 9 for a while together. The support that he gives his players is phenomenal. The support he gives, especially new coaches coming in, just making sure that they know what they're doing, organized, giving a little bit of help. He's always out there giving a little bit of an extra hand, trying to, it's always the athletes first. Kent's always athletes first. Yeah.
I think if you've been in a school in Morinville, or if you've been through MCHS, no matter who you are, like you know who Kent Lessard is, and after 30 years, like that's a lot of people that you're making contact with, and to leave a lasting impression like Kent has, it's what I'd aspire to in my career.
The school here is a hub. It's a hub of activity for the community, and I know that a lot of what is going on in Morinville in regards to athletics and sport finds its origins, finds its seeds right here at MCHS.
Kent has the ability to make sure everyone feels that they have contributed at some level. So when he started coaching kids, every kid knew that they had a contribution to play. And then as those athletes left, then he was able to get them back into our school system to show leadership, to show the importance of volunteering and how important it is to continue school sport. Because these athletes that he brought in as adults to be coaches kind of brought that same kind of philosophy to those kids to just say, this is why I'm here, because someone like Kent Lessard, who became my mentor, someone I truly respected and valued, and I felt like I wanted to continue to contribute in what ways I can.
I think it's going to be weird without Kent in the building. I know we're going to see him around, which is awesome, but I feel like he's always led through inspiration and by example, so we have some big shoes to fill.
He set precedents with many of our other kind of seasoned staff here, but he set those precedents and to show that he really cares, and that's, that trickles down. to younger staff, and I think that part will be missed.
He did so many things behind the scene that, you know, I don't think that it's going to be a one-person job or one-person role to fill those shoes. I think it's something that's going to have to be taken on collectively as a team.
He's one of the go-to guys, like when you don't know what to do or how things previously ran or how we should maybe do things moving forward. He's always one to ask because he's been here through so much.
It's going to be very different. I mean, Kent is kind of my go-to person to share stories, have a good laugh, talk about the Oilers game last night. So his presence will be missed in the hallways for sure.
The average age is going to go way down, for one.
I'll miss the high fives and the laugh, that's for sure.
Staff meetings will be a little quieter because we won't have to hear him whisper across the room. It'll be quieter. I think he brings a lot of energy, and hopefully we can replace it, but I don't think we can. He's irreplaceable.
Well, it's easier to replace a stick than it is a pillar. So he's a pillar, and that doesn't get replaced easily.
You can't replace guys like Kent. Guys like Kent, you don't know everything that they do. They don't know everything they do, but the only way to really find out is after they retire and they're gone, and then you have to try to fill those gaps, and it's going to be a tough task.
It's going to be bare without Kent in here, I think. I think it's going to take a long time, a lot of years for things to kind of get back to normal without him. I don't know if it ever will.
Well, really, I mean, we don't know because it's never been a scenario. We've never had the scenario without Kent here.
Oh, I think because he has been here since the doors opened. He is like a legacy of the school, and I called him the founding father of one of the founding fathers of this school. So yeah, I think that piece will be missed. He started at the beginning, and so he just knows the school inside and out.
Yeah, it's definitely like an end of an era, and MCHS has been around for quite some time, and the legacy that Kent is leaving is going to be pretty fantastic. He's not actually leaving. Like, he's still going to be here next year, like one day, I think, and he's still going to come sub when he wants to. I don't think he'll ever leave. Right? I think it's too important to him. So. Yeah, he lives 2 blocks away, right? So I think he'll just be here. You might find him after school, shooting hoops, or you might find him, I don't know, starting to weed the gardens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't think Kent will ever really, really be gone. The spirit of Kent will always exist here at MCHS.
I don't know. I just, looking back, it's been amazing how fast time has gone by. Part of me is, like I said the other day, I was like, I'm not necessarily, everybody says, oh, you're looking forward to retirement? Well, I partially, but the other part is, I love what I do too. So I think the biggest thing I would say is find something that you have passion for and just put everything you have into it. And your days will go so fast before you know it, your career's over almost. Like I said, this is almost the scary part for me, leaving something I've been doing for 30 years, right? But I know I'll be back next year, so that'll take some of the I guess, fear away. So I'll be back a little bit, so that'll be nice. So.
Kent, congratulations on your 30 years at MCHS. You will surely be missed in this building. But you know what? Go enjoy your retirement. Go enjoy playing pickleball. Make sure you stay out of Allie's hair because she's a little bit worried about that. She'll be busy doing her own thing. But no, really enjoy every minute of it. You deserve it.
Good luck, Kent. I hope you enjoy your retirement. It's deserved. I don't want you to be a stranger at MCHS in the future, but you know what? At the same time, I do want you to be a stranger. Go out and enjoy. There's more to the world than this building right here, and you deserve it.
We're going to miss you so much. Thank you for everything you've done for this building and for us. We really appreciate it.
Kent, I'm going to miss you. I'm so happy that I've gotten the pleasure to teach with you for over the past 2 years, and the impact that you've had on our students is absolutely amazing.
Félicitations pour votre retraite. That's really bad, but I tried my best in French.
Kent, you will be missed, I think, the most by me. You have been my backbone every time I had to a problem came up or I needed advice, I always sought you out, and you always kind of brought me to reality. Sometimes I'm not always rational, and you kind of took out the emotion and helped me to see things in a clearer light. And so I think that's what I'm going to miss most. You know, you're just a guy who always sees the positive in everything, and that is truly a value, you know, something that very few people have, and I truly admire that.
Congratulations on your retirement. It's super awesome what you've done with this school. I have nothing but respect for all the work that you've done. Thank you.
Kent Lessard, it's been many years, buddy. We're going to miss you, but I also know we're going to be keeping in contact, and I'll just, you know, I'll see you in the building a little bit, but making sure that we hang out with each other a lot, playing, you know, the different activities that we're involved in. Best wishes, buddy. Enjoy your semi-retirement, and we'll talk to you soon.
Lessardo, just wanted to say thank you for your faith in me, taking me under your wing when it came to basketball. I've learned so much from you. I learned how to be a better coach. I learned how to take what I've learned and put it into my real life. And the way that you, your passion for the sport and how you treated the kids is something I'll never forget.
Congratulations, Kent, on an amazing career. I wish you all the best in the future.
Kent, I want to say goodbye. I don't want to cry, but I'm really going to miss you. I want to wish you all the best. You were such a savior to me when I first came here and helped me with the volleyball, and Britt with the coaching and that sort of stuff. And I have just really fond memories of you, my friend. And I just really, really wish you well. And I hope to see you in the future when you pop by. Come visit us in the school and bring donuts. Thanks, my friend.
Kent, congratulations on retirement. From what I've been told, it's easier than climbing up the big hill with 20 pounds of rocks in your saddlebags. And I'm sure I will see you on a pickleball court or a ball diamond somewhere in the Morinville or St. Alberta area moving forward. So again, congratulations.
Thanks for everything, Kent. You've been a great mentor and supporter of mine, especially when it comes to athletics. We're really going to miss you around here.
Since the day I met you, you've just been absolutely fantastic, and it's been such a pleasure working with you. And I'm really excited that we're still going to have you kicking around here in the air next year, because, you know, losing you completely would just be too much. But yeah, enjoy your retirement. Well deserved. You know, you've affected so many lives, and so many students remember you, and staff members. So thank you for everything you've done.
Kent, thank you very much. You were so kind and caring to me when I first came to this school. I wish you nothing but the best for your future, and I hope to see you a lot at the cabin. Take care.
I'll miss you. You've been a great person to work with, a great friend. We'll miss you. It'll be different around here without you.
Congratulations, Kent. It's been quite a run, and good luck in the future. I know we'll be hanging out soon.
I can't thank you enough for all the support you've provided, the laughs, the friendship, and I'm really, really going to miss you.
Kent, you will. Nope.
Nope, not going to do it.
I don't even know what to say. I've been at the school only for about 9 years, but I can see what your legacy will be as you leave. You have touched every part of the school, the gym, the classroom, the staff room, staff members, students, community, and I just hope all of this gives you still energy to enjoy your retirement, because you must be really tired after all of these years. But well deserved, well earned. I'll miss you, we'll miss you. MCHS has been better because of you, and good luck to you and Allie in retirement.
I'm going to miss you a lot. I'm looking forward to still being able to see you a little bit here next year, but you're definitely an instrumental person in this building, and you will be missed. I wish you the best of luck.
You have touched the hearts and the lives of many, many boys and girls over your time here at Morinville High School. And certainly you have touched ours too. And it's touched it in such a way that, well, you will never be forgotten. Don't matter if I goes back and moves back to Newfoundland and I lives another 70 years, I will never forget you and the wonderful positive influence you brought in our lives. So I want to thank you for that. But in conclusion, I hope that you carry on with a good positive attitude, no matter where you travel and in your endeavors, future endeavors, because you, Kent, is a great coach. You're a great teacher. You're a great man, and you're a great friend. So enjoy your retirement, and I'm sure we'll meet again.